Alright guys, welcome back. If you've been subscribed, consider subscribing. Here we are with question 3. Given the quadratic sequence 14, 9, 6 and 5. Now the question 3.1, they said we need to show that the general term for this sequence is given by t is equals to t n is equals to n squared minus 8n plus 21. Right, so I always like it when they tell us if it's quadratic or geometric or what so forth. Okay, let me just move it a little bit here because I'm gonna have to write on the other side. So what we have here, we've got 14, this is 3.1, 6 and therefore 5. All right, so the difference between 9 and 14 gives us negative 5. 6 minus 9 gives us negative 3. 5 minus 6 gives us negative 1. Okay, so let's see, gives us negative 1 here. Great stuff. So therefore minus 3 minus it will give us a 2 here. Negative 1 minus 3 will give us a 2 here again. Great stuff. Another 2. So now we know that this is a quadratic. So with a quadratic, basically this is what we need to know in general, that 2a is equals to the second common difference, and then a 3a plus b is equals to that, and therefore a plus b plus c is equals to this term right here. So now let's go ahead and start with the first one. We're gonna need to find the a. So divide by 2, divide by 2, a is equal to 1, and then therefore 3a plus b is equals to negative 5. 3 1 plus b is equals to negative 5. Therefore 3 take away it to that side, negative 5, negative 3. Therefore b is equals to minus 8. As expected, we are expecting it to be minus 8 there. Right, let's go ahead and find c. Okay, as given by this formula here. Right, so therefore a is equals to 1, b is equals to minus 8, plus c is equals to 14. So therefore here we're going to have what? Minus 7 plus c is equal to 14. So therefore c is equals to 14 plus 7, which is equal to 21. Right, great stuff. So therefore our formula will have to be tn is equals to n squared minus 8n plus 21. As the way they want it to be here. Right, 3.2 said two consecutive terms of a quadratic sequence have a first difference of 33. So basically what they're asking us is, they said what? Calculate the value of the larger term. So now they are saying that while they are busy with this quadratic pattern, they minus this term and this term here. We don't know what they are, but we know that they give this out, this difference here from this part, it's equals to 33. So now they are saying some term here which we don't know and some term here which we don't know give us a difference of 33. Right, but we know that, so we need to find out this difference here, it's on which term. All right, it's on which term. All right, so now let's go ahead. We know that now this second one, it's the first difference is given by an arithmetic sequence. So we're gonna use the arithmetic formula here. So they are saying this is our term, so we're looking at it is what? 33. Therefore the first term in the first difference of arithmetic is this one here, which is what? Excuse me, which is negative 5. So our first term will be negative 5. So basically we have formed a new sequence here. We have formed a new sequence. So basically we're taking this new series that we have formed from the first difference. Okay, then it has got other patterns here, and then you have got these two terms here, then you have got this 33. All right, for those who are not understanding, I think this will make it look a little bit better now. So you have got n minus 1, and therefore our difference, we know that is going to be 2. Right, so let's go ahead and find the number of this term in this case. Okay, plus multiply by 2 there, 2n minus 2. So therefore here you have got what? Minus 7. You will take 7 to that side, so it's gonna be positive 7 here, divided by 2n divided by 2 divided by 2. So n is equal to 20. Right, so n is equal to 20. So basically 20 gives you this term here. 20 gives you this term here. So now basically you must go and find what is term number 21, because the question said find the value of the larger term. So they want us, we already know it's term 21, but we need the actual value. So what we will do in this case, to find the actual value, we're going to say term number 21 is going to be equals to, we substitute it here into this formula, is going to be 21 all squared minus 8, 21 plus 21. So therefore now is going to be what? So put it in our calculator, we found that that term is going to be 294. Right, let me know what you guys think. It's 294. In this case, now let's move on to 3.3. Right, so now 3.3 said the value of m is added to each term in the quadratic sequence. Okay, so this is quite interesting. Now the value of m is added in the quadratic sequence. Determine the value of m for which only the terms between t1 and t7 of the quadratic sequence will have negative value. Okay, so let's go ahead and find t1. So this is 3.3. t1, t2, t3, t4, t5, t6, and then t7. The way they have said, they are putting them here, right? So now I pressed my calculator here. I found that t1 is equals to 14, t2 is equals to 9, t3 6, t4 is 5, t5 it's 6, t6 is 9, t7 is 14. Right, so now basically what are they saying? They're saying what will happen if they add m plus m on each term. So now they want us to find the value of m here, such that the term between value of m such that the values of will have a negative values. So in between this term t21 and also t7 will have a negative value. So already you can see, if you have a look at this, guys, you can see if you want this one to be negative, all the values has to be less than negative 9. Why? Because 9 is the largest number here. So you can see m has to be all the values that are less than negative 9. So if you put negative 10 here, you'll have what? Negative 1 is a value, negative 10, negative 10, negative 10, negative 10. You'll get a negative value either way. Negative 11, same thing, negative 12, negative 15. As long as it's less than negative 9, it's fine. But it can be equal to 9 because you'll get a 0, and a 0 can neither be negative nor positive. So hence everything has to be like this. Right. However, If you were to put -9 here, you'll get a positive value. So here they didn't say we need to be able to make sure that all the values here, we keep them at some point, right? Because now already they are sitting here, your values are at -9, so you are taking all the values here all the way there, but you don't know until when. So you can't go all the way, because when you reach -14, you're going to have a 0 here. All right, so you are going to have a 0. So can a series start with a 0? Yes, it can start with a 0, but remember they said the values needs to be in between 1 and 7. So now we can say, okay, no, everything else, but make sure that the values can be greater or equal to -14. Right, so this will be our end. We can start here, then you will end our values here at -14, because if you put -14 here, you get a 0. You put -14 here, you get a 0. Anything else that comes greater there, it will be just fine. All right, I am Gastin Mapala. Let me know what you guys think of the last question, which is 3.3. If you understand, if you don't understand, please let me know on the comment section below. We'll try to explain it better. These are some of those questions, guys, where you have to use intuitive thinking on how you're going to answer this. By just merely looking at it, then you're gonna get full marks. I am Gastin Mapala. Let me see you in question 4.